Hello guys, welcome again to Areko13 channel. I know that I've been disappeared for a little while, but I've been a little bit busy. So finally I'm here and I'm gonna bring you a new topic that I haven't talked about, but it's a main thing that I've been dealing with it every day. Today I'm gonna have the help of the two friends. They're gonna help me talk about it, Mapboy and Bookbro. They are two OG players. For the ones who don't understand what it means OG, it's original player. It's a player who's been playing since the start of the game. So if you guys want to introduce yourself a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, two at the same time. So, first of all, I'm gonna show you guys something about me. I've been playing I've been connected for 468 days, so that means a lot of days. And today I also check it out since when I have the game. I bought the game like 1 month exactly after the game come out. So I can say that I'm properly a OG game player, and I'm really proud of it. After that, I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna be talking about legacy guns, double element guns, modded guns, and hacked guns. We're gonna explain about this because it's something that I have to deal every day in my shop. I have to deal with it because you know that I'm a crafter, I'm a trader, and a lot of people ask me about legacies, about modded, and things like that. Some people understand about them, some people don't. When I'm trading in the servers, when I'm posting my message, when I'm saying that I have double element guns, they just tell me like, no, it's not a double element, it's just a normal legacy gun. And I'm a bit tired of people who don't know what they're talking about. So I'm gonna try to explain you a bit, or try to explain you what properly is a legacy and double element gun, things like that, okay? So let me start a bit with what is a legacy gun, guys. A legacy gun actually is a weapon from the old system before the recombulator of pairs came out. The system was based on an RNG. The system was based on an RNG system. For this, I think that Bookbro, who have more knowledge than me, it's gonna be the best to explain it. Okay, guys? Can you, Book, explain what is the RNG system?
Yeah, of course. Basically, RNG means random number generator, and it's a system that a lot of games use currently nowadays. And basically, what it does is that it generates random items from a list of mods. When you drop an item or you get a schematic or something, the pairs are decided randomly from that list. And that's how legacy weapons were created in this game before the recombobulator system.
So for you to understand in another way, guys, every time that we play the game and we get the gun, we could never choose the perks that we will have on the gun. So for example, when we were playing the game before, I'm gonna speak with my own experience, okay, guys? I had to buy a lot of llamas to achieve a lot of schematics. So at the start of the game, when the game came out and everything, I can say it. I'm honest about it. I spent quite a lot of money to buy B-Bucks, to buy a lot of llamas. That was the only way to get a lot of schematics, because when you get the schematics at the start of the game, you had two options. Because you could throw the schematics to the bin, because most of them had really bad perks. Example, 5 times, that's exaggeration, but it's an example, okay, guys? 5 times snared targets, 5 times takedown targets, or in the other hand, you could have something like 5 times crit chance. This is an exaggeration, but it's just to make you understand what could happen in those times. So for example, I'm gonna show you a gun that I have that is a really good example of what a good gun could be. This is my bazooka, who have 3 pairs of crit chance and 2 pairs of crit damage. This is what we call a mine goal perk, a mine goal schematic. Okay, guys? In the other hand, I don't have any bad schematic, because all the schematic that were bad, I throw them, I recycle them, or I put them into the book. When the game will be finished, if you want, we can move into if I remember, because oh shit, I'm dead. I have a really bad memory, so I will try to remember. And you guys, if you can remember me, when the game will finish, I will try to move into my collection book so I can show you some legacies that are in my book, and they are really trash ones with really bad perks. I will show you what happened with the bad legacies, okay? Um, so, as I was explaining you, this is a legacy with really good perks, okay guys? Three perks of crit chance, 2 perks of crit damage. So let me show you another legacy. All these are legacy, guys. This one, 10% damage, reload speed, crit chance, crit chance, element fire, and cause affliction. Another one, another one, another one. So for example, this one have a perk that I don't like, durability. But we can deal with that one. I mean, it's not the worst one. Fire rate, it's okay. Headshot, crit chance is fine. Let's try to find one who have a bad perk inside. Crit chance on a sniper, it's not the best, but now we can use it with the new supports, with the new heroes. So the best example is gonna be with the Husk Stomper. Husk Stomper have this perk that you cannot properly use. Damage to slowed and snared targets. Okay, we're gonna use also this example. Vacuum Tube Sword. This is a mine goal. As you can see guys, it have only crit chance and crit damage, but it have damage to stun it and stagger it and knock it down targets. You know guys, when we had this kind of perks, we had a bad situation because we could not use this perk in the game. It was difficult. I mean, you had a sword that could not use a perk, so you had to decide like what I'm gonna do with this sword. I mean, I have a lot of crit damage, but I have a perk that I cannot use. Do I use the sword? Do I keep the sword? Or do I throw it away? Do I recycle the sword? I had two solutions. One solution, it was like, I'm gonna put a gun, I'm gonna put a weapon that will first aptly stagger it, stun it, or knock it down to the enemies. For example, I'm gonna shoot this. Okay. Okay. Let's say that my bazooka will knock down the enemies, and then I will change into the sword to abuse of the perk when they are down. Okay, so first I shoot the bazooka, I take them down, then I change into the sword and I hit them. When I'm hitting them, when they are down, I'm using this perk. That's the only way to abuse of that perk, but I'm gonna show you properly with the Husk Stomper. So let me find some enemies to properly show you the technique to use it. Also, we're gonna be talking about double element. People are being confusing what is double element and what is modded guns. For the modded guns, my boy, who it's been playing for a really long time and have a lot of experience about it, he's gonna explain you guys because he have much more knowledge than me about it. I'm gonna be getting ready the base, and I'm gonna be getting ready to show you how it's working and how to use the perks properly on a gun, for this gun actually, while my boy explains you about the modded guns. My boy, if you can explain a little bit about the modded guns, what happened with Epic and the support, please?
Yeah, sure. Basically, modded guns were created 2 or 3 months after the game came out, when a bug eliminated both the space of the backpack and the storm hero. What happened with that? Well, Epic did the affected players in 2 ways. The first was by giving those players a specific number of V-Bucks. If I remember correctly, it was between 5,000 and 8,000. Number was very specific in the player and was determined in the number of items the player lost. And the second one was as it follows. The support began to modify normal weapons by adding perks that were not be able to be modified through normal means. That way we can see guns like I don't know, our 7 or 8 Nocturno. It's very popular right now, we could say. Another thing that made the support was to modify the schematics in two ways. One of them was changing the element, and another one was changing perks, which were not possible at that time since the recombulator had not been added yet. Now you might ask, and what happened with those schematics and weapons? Well, the schematics were deleted a long time ago, so if someone claims to have one, is lying almost certainly. Why? Well, because Epic
Uh,
or deleted those schematics.
can you repeat the last part because we are losing you? Give me 1 second, bro. I'm gonna try to
I
do.
hear him, okay.
I cannot hear him. I cannot hear him. Can you talk again?
Okay. Now to the next question. What happened with those schematics and weapons, the modded ones I'm referring to? Well, the schematics were deleted a long time ago, so if someone claims to have one, is lying almost certainly. Why? Well, because Epic either deleted or banned the people that had those schematics. Now you might ask as well. Now to the next question is, what happened with those schematics and weapons? Well, the schematics were deleted a long time ago, like a year or something like that. So if someone who you are trading with claims to have one, is almost certainly lying. Why? Because, as I said before, those schematics were either deleted or the accounts that had them banned. That's it. Also, weapons like that still exist now for a simple reason. They have been in circulation for over a year now and haven't been used. That's an important thing to have in mind because we see so few because people have never really used them. And also, another thing to have in mind is that every time a duplication book comes out, they are duplicated. So that's the reason why right now they are still being traded because they were never used to begin with. Another question that we see a lot is the following one. Tend to confuse a modded weapon between a hacked one. And now I am going to try to explain how to differentiate them. For example, an Hydra or a Grave Digger with double element. Full perks, those weapons are 100% hacked. You might ask. Well, because those weapons, in case of being licit with full perks, because the support gave those guns to the players affected by that bug long before recombinator was introduced. So if you see weapons like the ones I mentioned above, weapons are 100% hacked. That is to say they have been modified by programs of third parties. Have been hacked. Legacies, to speak to another term, are different. Those are weapons which you could obtain before the recombinator was introduced. With that system, you could obtain weapons with, I don't know, almost 100 critical chance, or some of them with even double element. To achieve weapon with double element, two conditions have to be fulfilled. The first is that the weapon had to came with a base element. For example, a death ray, a sapotron, um,
Stoneblade.
yeah, and a stormblade, oh yes,
Spacing.
or the vacuum tube guns or the binder tip guns as well. And the second was that you were to be lucky enough to draw a double element on that gun.
Oh my gosh, that was completely so god
Yes,
impossible.
yes. it was possible, but as Areko said, it was pretty rare. Another thing that I would like to mention is that all those right now in possession right now of this type of weapons, not legacy, not do not try not to confuse them, run the risk of being banned if Epic someday eliminate these items. So if I were you, I would consider selling or throwing them out, since if you were banned, that would also include your Battle Royale account. And I know for sure that some of you a lot of money, and I mean a lot, on skins of Battle Royale. So look that out, because you could lose more than 2 or 3 or even more $100.
or euros.
I have to say.
So guys,
Yeah.
you want to add something else, Book Pro?
No, no, everything fine.
Everything fine. What else? What else, my boy?
I think that you wanted to talk about Water Jaco and the Fire Snowball Launcher.
Yeah, we will talk about that. Don't worry. But
Okay, okay.
before that, I want to talk a little bit about the double elements properly, because I've been trading these days and I've been having to deal with a lot of people who's been telling me, you Zapotron, it's not double element, it's only one element.
Yeah, people tend to confuse them a lot because they don't know how to differentiate them properly.
So, guys, when we started the game and we had Zapotron with double element, or we had Stoneblade with double element, that was a double element gun. I mean, there was no other way to have a double element. Today days, you have the modded guns, you have the hacked guns, that they come with 2 elements, or 3 elements if you want to believe it, but in the old days, we had only this. We had a gun like this, that it comes with, if you read the properly description, it says high-tech energized blade with fast swing speed for great sustained damage, deals energy damage. So I'm gonna explain you what would happen with this gun if, for example, I pass it into Recombulator. Okay, if I pass this gun into Recombulator, what I will do is that I will lose this perk of fire. I will completely lose, and instead of that, in here middle, I will get energy. That's all. So one gun who is based in one element, energy, for example, the vacuum tube. I don't know if I have one. Yeah. Explosive weapon fires. Blah 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 blah. Deals nature damage. If I recombulate this gun, I will lose the water element and I will have only nature element. These guns are double element guns, guys. You have to understand this is a real double element, guys. Okay?
Yeah, and they are legit ones, not like the modded ones. Do not confuse them.
These are real guns. These are the
Yeah,
guns that we support, not the.
yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
they are totally legit, because people, I mean a lot of people tend to confuse them. Because, as Areko said, if they do not see the double element on the birds, they affirm that they are not double element. And they do not know what they are talking about a lot of the time.
Most of the people who have told me that also, when they log into my base, something like that, they have power level 40, 50, 30, 60, 70.
Yeah, a lot of them tend to trade more than to play the game. They do not like to farm. They like to collect weapons.
Guys, we are
Yeah,
not
yeah.
collectors. We are players.
Yeah.
This game, after all, is a game. Is something that is to be played. Um, Now is when we're coming to the water, Chaco. Here it comes the thing that you guys don't want to hear, but I have to explain it and I have to say it. This game, first of all, is a video game, okay, guys? And it's a game that have to be played. It's a farming game, actually. It's a game that you have to farm, okay? It's not a collectionist game. It's not a game that you have. It's not like another. Book Pro, can
So
you?
a lot of people think that it's a trading simulator, but it's nothing like that, and it was never supposed to be like that.
I think that, for example, Book Pro, could you explain me what you can do in Path of Exile? Can you collect in Path of Exile? Because Book Pro is he plays a lot on Path of Exile, and I think that he explained me that in his game you can collect items and you can actually show it up. How does it work in your game actually?
Yeah, well, Path of Exile is a game that is heavily based on grinding and on dropping items and taking them, and then you have to filter them because most of them are useless. And there's a big important trading part involved with third-party websites because the game itself doesn't have a trading engine, and it's very cool.
It's very cool, but what I'm trying to say is that um, I'm gonna make the example with another game that I
Oh
play.
yeah, oh yeah. You have a hideout and you can put decorations and all of that, but it's not like you make parties in the hideout. People see it just when they come to your hideout to do a trade.
There you go. So you have a place, you have a
Well,
house.
there's a hideout decoration. How to say? Uh, Championship. I don't know. Showcase. There's a hideout showcase like every month or every 2 months, and there's winners and people get rewards for it, and there's really cool hideouts. There's a lot of different decorations that you can put on the hideouts, and there's dozens of different hideouts.
So as you hear, guys, in that game, you actually you can do your hideout. Like if we compare with Fortnite, let's think that the hideout is our base, okay, guys? In Fortnite, we can make our base look cool. So when people come to our base, we can show up our base and say, hey, it looks cool. You can see how many hours they put in the base to make it look cool. And some stupid people can destroy it. Yeah, we know that. It happens to me already. Um, but what you cannot do in Fortnite is show up your guns. Uh,
Yeah.
you can't.
Okay.
You cannot flex. That's the word that you guys are using today days. You cannot flex on other people with guns. Because when you are trying to flex with a water jacko on somebody, uh, you actually acting like a silly guy. You are actually acting really stupid.
Yeah, that's the thing. This game was never meant to be a trading simulator. And if you like to show up your guns, then that's fine. But that was not the purpose of this game when it was being created. A lot of people think that if you have a
Battle
water
Royale
gecko,
wasn't either.
then yeah, a lot of people think that if you have a water gecko, then you have beat the game, and that is not true at all. Because if you want to beat the game, then you have to play, you have to farm, you have to grind, you
No
have to be
practicing that.
above power level 100. But a lot of those people that like to trade, that have water geckos, fire snowball launchers, they are not even above power level 70 or 60 or even lower, and they don't even know how to play this game. They don't know what guns to use, they don't know how to properly perk a weapon, and they in general how to play this game. And that's the thing that bothers me a lot, because a lot of people in this community, apart from being toxic, they don't know a thing about this game. uh, it's about the popularity of the gun. I mean, for example, if you are trying to sell, I don't know, a Space Invader with double element, with fire energy, for a lot of people are not going to buy them because they are not very popular.
I mean, let's be fair. Space Invader is a shit.
Are trying to sell, I don't know, another double element weapon like a Stormblade with fire energy, for having an example, then that is going to be easier because it's a lot more popular. People tend to buy a lot more of them. And if you tell a random guy, hey, I have a Stormblade with fire energy, then that guy is going to buy it. But if you say, hey, I have a Space Invader with fire energy, then they are going to ignore you because number one, they are going to think that you are lying because they don't know the difference between a modern weapon and a legacy one. Or number two, they are not going to buy it because it's not very popular and they are not going to want to spend I don't know
If
80 or even 150 something.
if you want to play a Space Invader,
Yeah.
guys, I know that I said this really shit, but let me correct myself. If you want to play a Space Invader, you just have to be smart in the way to play it. It's only that.
Yeah.
You just have to put a nice tunnel and shoot inside the tunnel so you can make the gun reboot everywhere. It's a gun that every time that you shoot, the shoot will reboot in all the walls. That's all. You just have to make a nice tunnel and shoot inside. Easy.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to learn how to play around that gun.
That's how we, for example, this guy. Yeppa. Yeppa. So, because at the start of the game, we guys had to play in that way. We couldn't play like you, like today days that we just change the perks in the guns and easily. We had to be smart. We had to be fast, fast.
I'm also very lucky
Yeah,
because
good
we
say.
had to pray for the RNG gods to be able to get anything.
I don't know how much money I spent in llamas to get a lot of schematics, to get good schematics with good perks. Good perks.
Problem as well.
I
That
mean,
was a big problem.
do you remember those days
It
when
was kind of funny. I really like RNG systems.
it's,
That's why I play Path of Exile, actually.
it's
I like it as well, but you have to have a limit. I mean, not everything has to be
You have to play a
related
lot.
to
The game becomes
quality.
casual.
the what?
I mean, I play a lot of.
Casual because you have to play a lot in order to have
Yeah.
You cannot recumulate it or mod it or
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's the thing. A lot of that games reward time, reward grinding. That's why I like them as well. I mean, I'm playing right now Warframe. I've played Diablo 2 and 3, and I'm also playing right now Anthem. Those games are super
Anthem,
looters.
has it come out already?
Yeah, Anthem came out in late February, I think.
Whoa. I should
I
check
only
it out.
played the 20 hours, but I'm liking it right now. So
Is it free to play?
no, it's
One
not
question.
free to play yet because we do not know how it will
Do
be
you
in
think
the
it's gonna
future.
be free to play?
I don't know what to say.
I
I
don't
think
know.
it's too soon to judge
well, let's
the
not
state of
move
the game.
from one game to other. Let's keep on. So, I was going to talk properly about the Jack-o'-lantern, guys. Listen one thing. I know that you think that Jack-o'-lantern is expensive gun. I know that you pay 4,000, 5, 8, 10,000, but let me tell you from an OG point of view, Jack-o'-lantern doesn't value more than 20 or 30 Sunbeam. That's my point of view. And you're gonna say, you crazy! No, guys. It's a gun that first of all have only like 6-7 shots and you cannot even shoot it. It's a gun that you cannot shoot at all. You're not gonna play with it. If I had it, I will shoot it actually. Because I will find for fire smashers and I will shoot it. That's the main thing that is made for. It's a game. We are here to play and have fun. As you can see, I'm only using legacy guns to play. But a gun that I cannot shoot and have fun with it, what is the point in this game? I don't understand. I mean, why I'm gonna green 5,000 Sunbeam playing like an animal to green all that to buy a gun that after all I'm just gonna go in front of the people and say, hey look, I'm holding a gun. Well, I'm not holding nothing. My character, a video game character, some pixels on the screen, some data information are holding another data information called a Jack-o'-lantern who is being hacked, modified gun. And I cannot use it, I cannot kill nothing with it because as soon as I use it, I will lose it. You understand what I'm trying to say, guys?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Most people trade guns, but their intention is not using them. They want them to sell them, to resell them for more price in order to be able to gain more of what they paid for, or to search them in their storm shield.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that why they are using them.
But why you gonna put a gun into your storm shield to don't do nothing with it?
That depends on the person. They think that they are special for having
For
that kind of
for
gun.
having
That's
23 gun. I don't know. There's a lot of people who have a lot of guns inside the storm shield and they don't use it. I don't know why. I use all the guns they have.
because they like it. And another thing that is because they were taught that they had to like it. Because a lot of Save the World income, a lot of YouTubers that only like to do scammer get scam videos and things like that.
Well,
Because a lot of people
yeah.
have come to play this game because they saw that kind of videos and they thought, well, to play this game, then I want to trade. Because I saw a video on YouTube where some guy, the only thing that he did was trade and trade and trade. Well, they learned, they saw that the only thing that they need to do in order to be able to play that game is to trade. Bad announcement in my opinion.
So as you can see, guys, we are just trying to give you our opinion. Book Bro, where are you actually?
I went to the kitchen for a coffee.
Oh my goodness. Can you put the blue so we can start the game?
The blue?
I don't have enough blue glue, and
What blue?
Bug is not even in the match right now. I think.
Are you playing with us, bro?
Oh no, he's been connecting for like 20 minutes now.
I'm in the group, but I'm not in the map. Are you in a map?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're.
yeah, we've been here for like half an hour now.
Invite me again.
Wait.
Okay. Okay, okay. So basically, guys, our point of view is this. We're just trying to give you our point of view, the best that we can. Please, don't trade with those kind of guns. Don't confuse the game. The game is to play it. It's to have fun, to meet people, to enjoy, to make friends. Scamming, also scamming is another thing that we hate and we disagree completely. We are.
We do not support that kind of behavior.
It's you know, guys, that I have my shop. I have my trading shop, my crafting shop, where I do all my trades. I invite everyone to come to trade with me and to buy the guns that I craft. But you will never find me scamming or well, I mean, it's completely opposite to my basics. Um, so basically, this video it's been because it's coming to an end. I think we talked about everything that we had to talk.
We've covered everything that we wanted to talk about.
I'm just hoping that you guys have a new point of view. I'm just hoping that you guys think about what we said and you learned something. Some of you are gonna be pissed off at me because you're gonna say, "Oh my gosh, he's just saying that the guns that I paid so much, they are worth nothing." You're gonna. I'm not saying that those guns are worth nothing. I'm just saying that those guns are not they are not worth what you think they're worth. This
And
is
are useless in game.
yes.
And you are not going to use them.
If you're not going to use them, why do you have them? If you want legacy guns, guys, I just contact me. I will put you a nice price, and you can play with legacy guns. And it's easy, no problem. But please stop trying to spend those big quantities for things that you're not gonna use at all. Okay, guys, it's useless. Please, it's no point. It's I don't know. In the other hand, please play the game. Green. play the game and green. You have to reach level 80, level 100 to enjoy the game. It's when the game
Hola?
it's when the game starts to become fun and have something different, you know, guys. When the game when the game does give you something in exchange, when the game rewards you for something, it's at level 80, level 100. Before that, it's bullshit.
What happened, man?
They destroy everything, bro.
Did you see me? I was floating around so high.
And you were back.
And I couldn't shoot.
Ah, no. Well, guys, I'm not gonna entertain you much more. We're gonna try to finish this game. We'll do the best of I can. I'm gonna try to edit this video for tonight, so tomorrow you will have it. Please leave me comments, put me a like, put me a dislike, whatever you want. I'm gonna take it all. I'm sorry if somebody disagree with me or doesn't like what I said, and I hope that you understand me and take my point of view. Thank you for being with me, guys. Thank you for bearing me, and I hope to see you in the next video, guys. So Areko13 saying bye-bye. See you next time. Guys, if you want to say something before we leave.
Bye, guys. Thank you for having us here, and we hope that you have a good time.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Hi guys, the game is finished. My friends are gone, and now I'm gonna try to show you what actually happened with those legacies that we could not use. So there were two solutions for the legacies that we could not use them. One solution was to put them in the collection book, the other solution was to stow them away, to recycle them. So I'm gonna show you legacies that I put into the collection book. For example, this one. There you go. Durability, reload speed, magazine size, damage to afflicted targets. This is a legacy that I don't want to take out of the book because I don't see the meaning of that gun. Double reload speed, magazine size, durability, damage to afflicted targets. As you can see, the gun doesn't apply affliction by itself, doesn't have an element, it does only have reload speed as perks. So it's not a gun that I'm gonna be able to have to use at his maximum power. It's not a gun that I'm gonna be able to use, you know, it's not gonna be an amazing gun. Let me show, I have some guns who have really bad perks and I'm gonna try to show you, don't worry. This one, damage to stun it, stagger it and knock it down targets. Weapon stability it's okay, crit chance it's okay, damage, magazine size is okay. Why did I put this one inside the book? Because it have headshot damage, basically. Basically for that reason, I believe. Damage to afflicted targets and durability. Basically for that reason. This gun doesn't apply its affliction by itself. So it's a gun that will make me have to play with gas traps or changing between two guns to apply affliction with another gun and then use this gun to abuse of affliction. Weapon stability, reload speed, crit chance, damage. This is a good one actually. It's a nice one. But this is a gun that I could take out, but I mean it doesn't have elements, so it's okay. I can leave it inside the book. It's not an amazing gun itself. Weapon stability. This gun doesn't need properly weapon stability because it's shooting one by one. So there you go. This gun have impact and knockback magnitude. So for this gun, we don't need impact and knockback magnitude. It's silly. It's just a assault rifle. it can stay in the book, don't worry. Crit chance is nice. Weapon stability, it's okay, but it doesn't properly need it. And as you can see, the perks are nice. They're blue and greens, and only one gray, so it's really nice. It's a gun that actually I could take out of the book and I could use, but I'm gonna leave it. Two weapon stability and durability. Pfft, no point. You see, this gun have this perk that is bad because it doesn't have a big impact. If this gun had a lot of impact, that means that we'll have a big chance to knock down the enemies. So we could use this perk, but it doesn't have too much impact. So it's not an amazing one. So I'm gonna keep it in the book too. I have already a room sweeper, and I can tell you guys that it does not slow and snare targets, so it's gonna stay where is it. This, for example, guys, this is a good gun. This is a good legacy. Magazine size, crit chance, damage, crit damage, damage. We're gonna take it out actually. This one is good. Again, this, headshot damage. Trust me guys, I have a Monsoon, Legacy 1, and you cannot headshot damage with this gun, it's almost impossible. Another stupid perk. Getting 5 shots in a row increase ranged weapons damage 30% 10 seconds. How the hell are you gonna get 5 shots in the headshots in a row with this gun? So stupid. Gosh. I mean, here we have the same kind of problem. Damage to afflicted targets. If you don't apply affliction before, you don't gonna abuse of these perks, so it's no point to take it out. So this is a good gun, but damage to afflicted targets. You understand what I'm trying? If you're starting to get the message, no, guys. So if you have a perk like that, even if you have 4 perks, you're losing a perk, guys. So that's why I put the gun inside the book, because if I lose 1 perk, I don't want the gun anymore. Two durability perks is no point to have it. The Zap Zap, I'm really thinking about to take it out, because it's a really nice gun. But 90% crit damage when it doesn't have any crit rate, I don't know what to do. Means it's only 10% chance to do a crit damage, you know, guys. So, and I'm gonna only do 50% crit damage. No, I will do more because yeah, I have to level up the gun. but I will only have 10% chance. So I don't know. For one shot, in every shot, I will have only 10% chance to do the 90 plus 50 crit damage. I'm not sure about it. It's quite pointless. Durability. Same thing. What we gonna do with double durability? Durability, damage, weapon stability, no point. Here, a great example of one gun that you should put straight away into your collection book. Damage to afflicted targets, crit damage to slowed and snarled targets, 20 damage, damage to stunned, staggered and knocked down targets. So that could happen actually, guys. That could come to you. A really bad gun. That's a really bad gun. So with those guns you just had to put them straight away into the book or recycle them. You could do nothing. And sometimes you just open some llamas that they came with a lot of guns like that and you could do nothing about it. You see? It's no point. You see, guys, this is a nice bazooka. I could take it out, but I already have my bazooka with that. It's much better. I have a critic chance for 3, so this one is okay, but it's no point to have crit damage if you don't have a crit chance. Crit chance, damage to stun the target and knock it down. 406 impact, so this gun can take down enemies for chance. This is something that we could try. Yeah, good. I could actually try out. Let's slot. You see, this is the kind of guns that, for example, to use this perk, we have to only play on top of wooden spike floors. That's all. So let's take it out too. There you go. This is another example of what I don't like. 3 times heavy stack and stamina efficiency. It's no point to have this, guys. It's like useless. Damage to slow it and snare its targets. You can see it's only 10 damage, so it's no point on that gun. high damage and moderate knockback. Slow it and snare it. No way. Damage to afflicted targets. Crit chance, crit damage, heavy stack and stamina efficiency, durability, nature and weapon damage. Well, this is nice. Let's take it out. As you can see, guys, I'm just taking out more guns for the shop. They're gonna be in the shop after all. So, I just showed you guys what happens with the legacy guns that you could not use. You just had to put them into the book. Nothing else. So I'm gonna finally leave you guys. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you in the next video.